Veronica Redfield here with Fed Resource, and today I want to talk to you a little bit about your income in retirement as a federal employee. One of the questions that we get a lot of is not only what do your benefits do, how do they work, things like that, but I want to tell you the importance of understanding your federal pension and where it plays in your over income plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build you what we call here in our office an income foundation. What that income foundation is, it sets up your future so you understand what's coming from where and have an idea, because how many of you ask how much money do I need to live on in retirement? You need to know a lot of different numbers to get to that point. So let's start building it. Right now, the first thing as a federal employee that you're going to want to know is what is your first pension calculation going to be? That's where eligibility, all of those things come into play so that you know what this number is. So when can I retire? How much is that going to be? Your first pension is going to be the first number any federal employee is going to want to learn for retirement. Now, the second thing is, let's say you have a spouse. If your spouse is also a federal employee, we're going to call that another first pension over here. If you have a state pension or any other pension, we're going to build your income foundation with that on the bottom. The next thing that we're going to do is, whether it's a single or a married couple, we're going to put your Social Security plan in here. So with Social Security, if we have a husband and wife, we'll say for this example, we've got two Social Security amounts. Now, the thing is we like to say treat your Social Security like an investment as far as the rest of your planning. So when you're building your income foundation, we need to know what your baseline is, which is any type of pension you have, your Social Security dollar amounts, as well as when are you turning those Social Security on for both a husband and wife or a married couple. The other thing when you're building your income foundation is going to be this right here. So as a federal employee, your benefits, you've got a first pension. Let's say you have a first supplement. You might have that in this category for a little bit until, you turn age 62. So understanding your foundation is the key to learning how much money do I need to live on and what does that look like. But that's once we've got your foundation built, we've got this big question mark here. So let's say you've got TSP, you've got maybe an IRA, you've got a Roth, let's say you have all these buckets out here. This question mark is what we need to utilize the rest of your funds for. Once we know how much money you need to live off in retirement, let's just say you need $7,000 per month to live in retirement. Now, right now I'm just talking gross dollars, which means before taxes and deductions. And let's just say your first pension is $2,500. Let's just say we also have $2,500 for Social Security, just to make numbers easy. We right now have $5,000 as we're starting to build your foundation. So we know to hit your income goal in retirement, we need an additional $2,000. So when you start retirement planning by utilizing this easy method, it's easy to figure out, okay, how much money do I need to live on? And then how much you have to pull, how long is your money going to last? There's a lot more planning that goes into how you utilize these buckets. Roth is after tax, this is pre-tax, what is your TSP made of? There's so much more that goes into it, but what I really want to get to you today is knowing what's your base, what other lines of income you have. Now we know what we're solving for. And if it's $2,000 a month, do you have enough saved that this will last the rest of your life? Do you have emergency funds? How do we set the rest of this up? Which is a whole nother conversation. But for you as a federal employee, knowing that if you build your plan this way, this is a good way to understand what does retirement look like, will I run out of money, and how does everything put together? So for today, that's all I'm going to cover is just the understanding of building your income foundation. This is how we figure out the gap. And then there's a lot of other videos we will start to create that will show you how to utilize the rest of them. This is all also for education. I am not giving any advice, but thank you, and everybody have a great day.